let's say for the sake of argument that you're absolutely right. A man comes across a virgin who believes in God and she's a devout woman, right? Now I can't speak for all the men on this panel, but for me and the many men that I've had around me, most of them leave that woman alone. They don't try to encourage her to go get down. They leave her alone because they respect the fact that she's doing that. If a lot of dudes don't even like to take women's virginity for that very reason.
There's no other way.
Unless they intend to marry him.
Hold on, did you say a lot of guys?
Right, Sweeney? Unless they intend to marry him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I think the bracket or the category of men you're referring to is teenagers. Because this is a teenage level thing. Because it's not like a lot of these women are even making it past 18.
Fair, but
so I would argue
then it's a moot point.
Most 16, 15-year-old, 17-year-old boys is trying to bust it open.
Right. But the girls are not going to remain virgins because y'all talk like this and y'all move like this. They're not going to be virgins. So we're perpetuating the same thing because why would
we're not
really think that men are not going to wait for me? That's why a lot of them have sex.
Ruth, when in history has men not wanted sex at an extreme level?
Men used to wait for sex.
What? They used to wait, but when in history did men not want sex? When did men not try to get women to do it anyway?
Okay, never. So
that's what I'm saying. But did they? I mean, you got to remember I mentioned shotgun weddings earlier. That was when y'all would get to it. Like, hormones are real. Teenagers ain't changed. It ain't just because the men want it. Let's keep it real. Women be horny teenagers too. You know what I'm saying? Like shit happens. It's not just because the men want it. We're not the only ones that want it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hormones be raging.
But this is just
I want it, but I'm not gonna do it. So
but this is
it
just
doesn't matter if you want it, I can still control myself even if I want it.
But you do it in your mind. So you know I say you send it in your mind. You are the
example.
In your mind.
You might as well bust it open.
So you are the example of
love y'all so much, man.
So you are the example of the woman that you're talking about who's withholding, and I mean that used to occur in the past as well. Like there's never been a point in history where men did not try to have sex. There was never a point in history.
Yeah, but when did it change that you can't wait no more? You see what I'm saying? Like
men have never wanted to wait. There has never been a time in history where men wanted to wait. We had to wait.
Okay, Ruth, let's say he waited. And you said, okay, let's do this. Let's commit. But you're going to wait a year. 6 months into it, you come in the room, he beating off the pinky or somebody like that. Are you going to be done then?
Of somebody or himself?
Pinky's a triple X star. If he's...
Oh, no.
Yeah, rubbing a genie out the bottle. Like not with a woman.
The gray stuff in between, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I'm not like, approved, you know. I know men have their own needs. Y'all wake up every day with this problem. But I think that if men would be in good faith and say, you know what, for a woman I love and I want to marry, I would wait for her and I'll make this thing happen. I think that more women will do the right thing. But it's just like, y'all don't want to do the right thing. And we feel like we're never going to get a husband. So then we do the wrong thing. So who's going to step
everybody,
up and say,
everybody just said they would wait for a virgin. We would wait for a virgin. I don't think it does. What do you mean it don't matter?
I ain't say that.
It don't matter?
I didn't say that.
It's like somebody that was never went to church and they said I used to live one way and now I am different. I'm truly different. I want to be a different person. You're saying nobody could ever be a different person. They got to stay the same way they were before. They got to be
just won't be respected.
The rest of their life because
probably not.
They touch crack one time. It's like people got to grow up, mature, and change. Y'all the one said that men grow up and mature, right? I think it was Trav that said you don't believe that a man could just grow up and be mature and not do certain things. But I'm supposed to take you on that. But you can't take a woman and say, you know what? I don't want to be promiscuous. I don't want to sleep with even my boyfriend. I just want to get married. What's wrong with that?
But here's the thing.
That doesn't mean that we're immature. Go ahead, Sweeney.
But that's the thing, though.
Yeah, we gotta get Sherelle in there too, y'all.
If men are telling you they're not going to respect that, then why you keep trying to force the issue?
I'm not forcing nothing. It's working for me.
I mean, fair enough, but you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about men in general. If men in general are saying no, we're not going to respect somebody that lost their virginity and was having sex and then turned a new leaf and now want to wait till marriage, they're not going to respect it. So
she was married, divorced, and then she wanted to, like, she did nothing wrong. She still had kids. She still had sex. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
even if that's the case, if they're saying they're not going to respect it, then why keep trying to push the issue?
Yeah, let's get Sherelle in there. What's your thoughts on it, Sherelle? Yeah, I'll mute just so you know.
I think it all depends on your standard. Go for men. Don't go for the average man. There are men who are celibate. There are men who share Christian values that will wait into marriage. I think that if he believes in any type of system and that he's not holding on to, that just shows you that he's not an effective leader. If he follows a religion that says that he should wait until marriage and he's a backslider who is repenting and living a new life, then that's where you will find that. Other than that, if you have a standard of, I want to at least make sure that I'm in a committed relationship, take your time and know, okay, if I'm having sex in a committed relationship and I know that this is the type of man I want to marry and marriage is in our future, but we want to go ahead and have sex with that sex. I think it all depends on the woman, and it's gonna really depend on the man that you're dealing with. Communicate with him. Men don't like that you're taking information from 6 guys on the panel. None of them want their wives coming home saying, well, I was on a panel. They don't want to hear that shit. Like, I'm the man you listen to. So talk to the man that you're dealing with and see what he can work with and be okay with rejection, right? Because there's so many times we've looked up and we've said, oh no, he's too short, he's too fat, he's too ugly, okay, and you're too short and too fat and too ugly for somebody too. So when they reject you and your lifestyle and what you want, take that no as protection. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Take that because that's not the man for your life, and you want somebody who's equally yoked with you and trying to live according to the way that you want to live. So when somebody's outside of the cloth feels like, they don't see any value in you, do not deal with a man who doesn't see any value in you or doesn't feel like you can change. It's not a problem for the ones who don't. They're living the way they want to live. But if you don't want that outcomes, don't allow that man to be your leader. So select the leader that you want to follow. So that's what I would say. The power is still within you. So don't get discouraged because, there is a man that will wait on you who feels like he's changed. There's communities of it. There's apps for men who are celibate. There's apps for men who are waiting into marriage and things like that or whatever. So just play in your lane.